clase? Buenos días. Hoy vamos a aprender cómo presentarnos. Como hola, bla, 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 bla. Hola, bla, 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 bla. Así, vamos a aprender a presentarnos. ¿Sí? Okay. And I don't know how many of you have been through this, but I feel like there's sometimes you like introduce yourself to someone new and it's just like awkward, doesn't really go that well. So we're gonna watch my friend Ben over here struggle through that a little bit. So, today in our lesson, we're going to learn how to avoid having a situation like Ben just had, where he realized that, ooh, maybe I'm not that good at introducing myself. So we're going to learn how to introduce ourselves in Spanish. First, using like the classic way, and next using another way that's a little bit more similar. So in this lesson, we are going to look at this formula. So how many of you have ever seen a name tag like this? Great. So I feel like everyone has. So we're going to follow, this follows the same pattern here. So this says, hello, my name is Miss Lawrence. Obviously that's me. So hello, hola, that's what we learned yesterday, right? Aprendimos ayer. So hello, hola, my name is, se dice me llamo. Me llamo Miss Lawrence, Señorita Lawrence. And that's how you guys have been calling me, right? Señorita Lawrence. Okay, so none of you have the name Señorita Lawrence, just me, at least last time I checked. So we're going to learn how you all can say, hi, my name is. We're going to follow this exact same pattern. So to be involved in the lesson today, you can either watch all the slides on the board, which is great, or you can follow the slides on your own paper. Here I have a copy of all the slides that you can write on. So these are all the slides just listed out there so you can fill in the blanks as we go, or you can just read those. Those also have scripts for the movies, including the one we just watched about Ben. So then you can follow that if you would rather read it than read the words than look at the visual. So would you rather have the slides? Yeah? Mm-hmm. Okay, great. And you have a pen, great. Okay, so we're going to be able to do that. And then the whole class is going to have conjugation pieces that we talked about yesterday about verbs. So we have these conjugation pieces that go with the verbs we're going to talk about today. They're little pieces of paper like this. So as we show the verbs, you'll be able to switch those around to be able to say like, my name is, your name is, his name is. So, is that okay? Does anyone have any questions about the class today and what we're trying to learn? Great. So, the verb today, el verbo de hoy es llamarse. Todos digan llamarse.
Llamarse.
Thank you, gracias. So, llamarse means to call yourself. So, if you're writing this down, on that space you can write to call yourself. So it's not saying like, hello self, how are you? It's not like call yourself on the phone. It's like, I call myself Senora Lawrence or Señorita Lawrence. And so then you could be like, yeah, I like to call myself James, or like she likes to call herself Sarah. Different things like that. So I call myself is the way in Spanish that people stereotypically say, my name is. So that's why on the first slide that I showed you guys, I put me llamo, because that's a form of llamarse that means I call myself Señorita Lawrence. Okay. So llamarse is to call yourself. So you guys can see that each of you has your manipulatives, your little pieces of paper that have llamarse, and it's in the same colors as are here. So as we show the new endings, good job. So as we show the new endings, you'll be able to like add them and move them around so what you have matches what you see on the board. So then you can be able to move your hands and C, the right way to conjugate it, so it'll help you remember it better. So llamarse is to call yourself, and always call yourself on the phone, it means like my name is, or your name is. So, ahora vamos a repasar, we're going to go over lo que aprendimos ayer, what we learned yesterday, los pronombres personales. So, we talked about these yesterday, y hoy solo vamos a usar los singular, no los plural. So, not the one with a lot of people, just the ones that talk about one person at a time. Vamos a hablar del plural mañana. You guys remember what mañana means? Tomorrow, right? So, tomorrow we're going to talk about plural, pero hoy vamos a hablar del singular. So, vamos a repasar. Yo. Toda la clase. Yo.
Yo.
Yo. Bien. Yo means I, right? Yeah? So, yo. So, you guys can see here in the chart, it's just the one guy by himself. The one guy. So, yo, I call myself, and then whatever you call yourself. So, hola, hello. Yo me llamo. And I say yo, but you can say yo. It doesn't really matter. Either way, Spanish people understand you. Spanish-speaking people. If you say yo, in Argentina, they're going to say sho. So, as long as it's not you. Well, no, you can say that too. You can say it whatever way to get the sound out. So, the Y and the double L, like we talked about yesterday, usually make the y sound in Spanish. So, that's easiest for you. You can say yo me llamo, and then your name. So, class, I'm going to introduce myself like I did at the beginning. So, hola, yo me llamo Señorita Lawrence. Okay, entonces clase. Mira, I took away the yo. Why did I do that? So look, the yo me llamo means I call myself, right? So those of you that are doing everyone with the manipulatives, you can change it so it says me llamo. So the purple one should say me. It looks like me in English, right? But in Spanish, the E makes the S sound. And then the O for me llamo means I call myself. Does everyone have it? Yeah? Good. But notice, here I took away the yo. And I just have hola me llamo. And that's what I had at the beginning. Why can I take away the yo? Because I'm only talking about me. Because there's no question. You would never say él me llamo. Él is like he, right? This is a voice loss, Sid. So you'd never say he, I call myself. That doesn't make sense. Because this already says I call myself. So you don't need the yo. So you can just keep it as hola me llamo, and then whatever your name is. So you have two options right now so you guys can practice this individually. Number one is you can create a Spanish name tag for yourself, so one like this, but write it in this style. So for example, if I were to do it, I would take this name tag page, and I would write hola me llamo, and then write my name in here. So you can create a Spanish name tag following the same style as this. Or, if you would prefer to talk rather than write, you can introduce yourself to your partner 5 times. So saying hola me llamo and with your name to your partner. What would you prefer to do? Number 1? Great. Here's your Spanish name tag. So if you can write hola me llamo. And I'll come around and I'll be listening to you talk to your partners, or I'll be able to look at what you write down. Oh, bien hecho. Let's see what you wrote. Hola, me llamo James. Good job! You can get a pistol after class. Remember, guys, they give you pistols and you do a good job. So, good job. Okay, tú. Here's my tú means you, right? So, I can say tú. Tú te llamas, and then your name. So, tú te llamas James. Yeah? Again, you can take away the tú and just say te llamas with your name, because I would never be like, him, your name is. Like, that doesn't really make any sense. Or her, your name is. So I can just take off the tú. So those of you, everyone with your manipulatives or your little pieces of paper, the purple one should say te, and then llamas, A-S. So remember, it was me llamo and te llamas. So to ask someone, what is your name, you say, ¿Cómo te llamas? So notice, I didn't put the two in there because it's not as common. So you'd say, how, ¿Cómo is how? So it's like, how do you call yourself? Is the way that people say that in Spanish. So, ¿Cómo te llamas? Is what is your name? So we're going to watch my friend Mike over here try to figure out how to ask a pretty girl what her name is and introduce himself. So Mike is going to use me llamo and te llamas. So he's going to use both of the ones we've learned so far.
Hola, señorita.
Señorita.
¿Cómo te llamas? Me llamo Mike. Me llamo Mike.
All right, class. What was the man's name? Do you know? What was his name? Yeah.
Mike.
Mike. How did you know his name was Mike?
He said, me llamo Mike.
Right. And me llamo is what we learned means what?
My name is.
Wonderful. Good job. You can have another peso after class. You already at 2 pesos, James? Okay. Ed. Ed is he, right? Like we learned yesterday. So you'd say, él se llama Sid. His name is Sid the Sloth. And because él is down here, and se llama, we use it for él, ella, and usted, we can't take away the L like we did with the yo and the two. So we have to keep it as él se llama. So you can't just take that off. So él se llama Sid. Ella, got a little girl, you can see her hair. Ella, and those of you following on the slides, feel free to fill in the names I'm saying here. Ella se llama Sarah. So her name is Sarah. So again, we have the se llama, so we're not sure if we're saying him, her, or you formal. So we have to make sure that we keep the el or ella at the beginning. So those of you, everyone with the little papers, this is where you make it se. The purple one should be se. With the little papers, there you go. Se llama. So just the A with no S. So remember, it was me llamo, te llamas, and se llama. Okay, so let's go back to the beginning. Remember how we were saying, hola, me llamo, señorita Lawrence. Remember that's how I said at the beginning? Yeah? Is everyone following to this point? Does anyone have any questions about the verbs? Anything you missed on the slides? Great. So, we have the hello, hola, those we learned yesterday. My name is, me llamo, señorita Lawrence. Notice, I'm just going to change one thing. You can also say, mi nombre es. That's an equally good way to say my name is. So, that's literally my, mi, name, nombre, is, es. So that's a literal way to say that. And some people say that in Spanish too. I actually have a video. Or wait, first let's practice. Mi nombre es señorita Lawrence. What's your name?
Mi nombre es James.
Great! Good job! Bien hecho, as they say in Spanish. So we're going to watch a man introduce himself in Spanish using mi nombre es. So those of you following along on the paper, you can read this if you would. It's really short though.
Mi nombre es Camilo Sesto.
So there we go. Let's watch it again because that was really short, really fast.
Mi nombre es Camilo Sesto.
Okay, so his name is Camilo Sesto because he said mi nombre es. We know that from that. Okay, so same thing. Tu nombre es James, right? So if you're gonna have the two animals talk to each other, this is one of the things you guys can do later for your project. You're gonna have the two animals talk to each other, or the girl and the sloth. His name is Sid, remember? Yeah? So what would she say to him? She would say,
Tu nombre es Sid.
wonderful, thank you. You can put them back. Alright. Ahora vamos a hacer una actividad. Now we're going to do an activity. So you have 3 options. This will be independent practice. So one is you can do a worksheet of conjugations. So conjugations were these things we had moving around the papers. So you'll be able to fill in yo me llamo, tú te llamas, él se llama, just like that. Or you can fill in the bubbles on a comic with the correct things. So the comic will have the people, and you can say, they'll be talking about like him, or they'll say, my name is, your name is. Or you can make a video of yourself, if you're more into that kind of thing, saying, my name is, with your name, your name is Sarah, his name is Jacob, her name is Emily, and then you submit the video via Dropbox. And I showed you how to do Dropbox on the first day of class. So class, you have your options. What would you like to do, James?
Number 1.
Number 1. You always pick number 1. Good for you. Number 1 student. All right, here's your worksheet. And if you don't finish in class, that'll be homework.